Christina may have walked you through that, where you look at the overall configuration architecture for our TriZetto or TriZetto-based products. And so we have that activity. And then we also have the specific areas around configuration or the detailed design of, what is the various different business rules and parameters that need to be enabled to produce the right claims processing results in our system, and or building the configuration as well. A lot of the build of the configuration actually happens with our offshore team or some onshore team.
Got it.
The other key roles that are part of a project and implementation is specifically around project management, which Karen Ross manages, clinical systems, which Karen Ross also manages, and then quality assurance that's supported by Jim Gattenby's team. And then I'm trying to think of what else. SI, which is our normal team from Nanduri. So that's systems, enterprise architecture and system integration. So my team truly focuses on the product capabilities and how best to take the client's business requirements and model the configuration within the system. So yeah, that's our typical role. It's a little bit different than what I kind of understand your current role.
Yes.
And all of our folks typically have TriZetto based product certification,
right,
in various different modules across what we do. So I guess what I'd like to try and understand a little bit is what type of role are you wanting to get into within our implementation, so that I can help with looking at opportunities and positioning you for those.
Yes, within those capabilities that you mentioned, I would probably say project management and configuration, as in I can see on the configuration side that I could probably lead some of the business analysis. I have a huge data and analytics background, database. I used to do a lot of data modeling myself in the old days, and so data modeling, database design. Definitely my current experience in user experience, UX, and its cousin GUI or UI or so could lend itself quite a big deal. I'm very big on intuitive interfaces, what's friendly to the customer, and what makes sense. How can we reduce many of the work involved in interacting with a screen or with a system. So I can help there. And, I'm a huge requirements guru. I used to be at least a requirements guru, all types of requirements, and as well the tools, the latest tools, or the tools that specialize in managing requirements as well. We used to call them requirements management tools. For example, in the past, I'm sure you've heard of some of them. Maybe, do you remember Doors, maybe, or IBM offerings at all on the requirement space?
I don't. Yeah, okay. I don't.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all right. Everybody seems to have their own tool right now, it seems like.
Yeah, exactly. But I go across tools. I just have the patterns, in my experience, that I could fit right into whatever the tool is, or I could recommend as well. I guess I could say that overall, I excel in having the conversations with your clients and customers about what makes sense in terms of requirements, in terms of the configuration, data fields, and things like that. And I can also probably look across and save time or so, or point out what may not work or so, given my experience.
Right. Okay. Sorry, I'm just jotting some notes.
No, sure. And I should say, of course, I should add, of course, where it makes sense, where it might make an impact or even separate us from other customers. Of course, my agile background, and I'd be able to have that talk, with clients or so that are interested in, taking advantage of any agile practices or mindsets. That's something I can certainly provide also,
Okay. All
where
right.
it makes sense or where it comes up.
Okay. All right.
And that,
Um,
that includes user stories. That includes user stories, features, writing them, having workshops in terms of improving upon managing, stories and features and things like that. Even, creating, repositories and the tools that manage them on the agile side. Um, I could certainly, add to those conversations and those kinds of issues.
any experiences operating as like a product manager?
Absolutely, tons of it.
Okay.
And in fact, I also train in it in the area too. Product management. Product management is one of, I should have mentioned it. Product management is one of my biggest, expertises in terms of years of doing it. Back then, it wasn't called product management; it was called other things, but things have morphed into. Absolutely, um, and
Yeah,
that
I was
includes
asking.
what's that?
I was more or less looking at like some of our clients will look for, so they'll have like their Scrum manager,
Hmm.
and then they'll have a product. Maybe it's more of a product owner
Yep.
who will look at what are the features that are part of the sprint that we're working through. Um, so I was curious, is that also kind of falling into the product management
It
area
is.
that you had mentioned? Okay, all right.
It is. Those are some of the fundamentals of product management. At the execution
Okay,
layer, that is, product ownership, backlog management,
okay,
features, traceability, um, customer, UX and customer experience. We call it today, call it design thinking, for example.
okay,
Centering around the customer and what they need or what they want. Um,
okay. All
Certainly
right.
is.
Do you happen to have an updated bio
I
or
do.
resume
I
that
do.
you can send me, and I'll
Yeah.
see what I can do. We do have a couple different projects that are on the horizon, although some of our current ones are kind of small. So we have Providence Health Plan that's it'll be a 90 to 120-day project. That'll be large scale. We
Excellent.
also have another one called Primera, which is in the Pacific Northwest, and that's same with Providence. They're both in the Northwest. They're on a 90-day project. What do you want to call it? A project
Kind of.
project, foundational design. So we're working with them on that. But I'll have to check to see where we're at on the resource list.
Sure.
And then we also have Care First. I think there's other roles that we might have at Care First too that I can check into also.
Sure. 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 I think Care First. I was interacting with. Um, I don't want to get their names wrong because I might mix them up with HESC, but Hope maybe.
Oh, Hope Matlock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Doing
yeah.
a lot of interacting with her in terms of helping them or so, and and a few others. The manager of that enterprise too, that project as well. So I'm probably familiar with some of those folks.
Yeah.
Providence and Primera. By the way, I just think I should let you know that I'm on this. What do you call it? The talent management thing, TMP. And so I think my resume or profile, has been submitted to the Primera.
Okay.
I
All right.
think I don't know where it is, or even if they know me or so, but just to let you know.
Okay. All right. Thanks for letting me know.
Yep. But it's probably something where I'm probably one of many, and given that you have some exposure to each other, you could probably
Yeah. Do you know what one you specifically requested? Are you? Um,
I'll send it to you. Yeah, I'll share
yeah.
with you
Let me
what
know.
what I What's that?
I was going to say, let me know, and then I can figure out who is
Oh,
the
sure.
resource manager or
I'll share
support
it with
manager.
you what I know. I don't know this process or system very well, but yeah, I do know I was submitted. So I'll send to you, all of the. I think there's an SO number, for example.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Sure. If you
Yep.
can send that to me, that'd be great.
Absolutely. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
So
I jotted down my notes. If you wouldn't mind sending me your resume, and then that'll help me out with trying to find other opportunities. But as we kind of go through some of our staffing reviews in the next couple of days, I'll keep an eye out for opportunities for you.
okay, fantastic. And just to let you know, if unless there's, I'm hired or something like that, I'm on a timeline of April 21st to
April
find,
21st.
yeah, April
Okay.
21st to find something. And I know from experience that some folks, they couldn't get it. I did this before. Uh, there was a lot of interest in me, but they may not have been able to meet that deadline in terms of their process. So what they did was somehow they put a hold on me or so to give them time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I don't know. Yeah, but that's something that might be at your disposal in case you do get some traction.
Okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Sure.
Absolutely. Okay.
Fantastic.
Well, let me see what I can do to help you out here.
Yes, sir, Gary. Appreciate it very much, and I'll be sharing. I'll be sending those things that you asked for. One more question, Gary. Is there a kind of like a job description or generic thing on this kind of role, these kind of roles that I could look at and make sure that I can highlight my experience that it speaks to those kinds of requirements, or no?
Some of them are outside of my
Okay.
department, so I don't keep track of those.
Okay.
And I'll get, just because of different projects and I see the resourcing plans for a lot of these, I'm able to kind of
Yeah.
know
Okay.
what else is out there. I
Hmm.
can definitely share the ones that I typically staff for project roles, and all, mostly specific around our product expertise. But as far as others, I don't have anything specific for that, unfortunately.
Okay. No worries. Just but sure, I'll get you the bio and I'll send you, the information I had on being submitted to.
Okay.
Or
All right.
actually,
Sounds
I
good.
wasn't submitted. I think I expressed interest in it. It's basically it.
Okay.
Someone.
All
Okay.
right. Yeah. No problem.
Fantastic. Looking forward. Thank you.
Same here. Okay. Take care.
Until then. Yep. Bye bye.